Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to continue my road to Civil War. I'm marathoning all of the Marvel movies, or at least as many as I can before the movie comes out. Now, we are already at Iron Man 2. This was a 2010 film, and I say already because think about it, we're building the blocks. We're getting ready towards the eventual Avengers movie. We knew by this point that it was going to happen. And you see in this movie, Robert Downey Jr. is still on his A game. He's still very funny, very charismatic. To me, very likable. Now look, is he a douchebag in this movie? Is there scenes where you're like, wow, you're sort of going, you're crossing the line maybe a little bit? Maybe, but I think all of that is deliberate. It's on purpose. They worked into the story that he is dying now, that the arc reactor is actually slowly killing him. You see blue veins start to come up on his chest and neck, and it's not good. So he's kind of in a mode where it's like, yeah, he's trying everything he can, but it's not working. So he's at the point where you see him, he's at this party, his own party in his house, and he gets drunk. And that's when you know that it's like, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to go out with a bang. I don't care how many people I piss off. Some people hate that scene where he's in the suit and he's being all goofy and he's at the DJ booth and he's just, he's having fun. And okay, fine, it's silly, but it makes me laugh. The line where he says, people ask him how does he go to the bathroom in his suit, and he goes, just like that. I don't know why, but I do find that funny. And then you get a little fight between him and Rhodey. This time, Rhodey is played by Don Cheadle, and I know some people are quick to say that Don Cheadle is better than Terrence Howard, or at least playing this character, and they like him more. And I agree. I do like Don Cheadle more. I think he is a little bit more believable in this role. I believe that this Rhodey cares more for Tony Stark here. He becomes War Machine, so his character is very important here. I love the way the War Machine costume looks, the big suit. It looks even bigger than the Iron Man suit. It has a bunch of guns and weapons tacked onto it. Gwyneth Paltrow is once again here as Pepper Potts. I like her. She gets a bigger role. She takes over Stark's company. She's the CEO. She's the head in charge. And I like that. I like that it's more towards the end where they build a solid relationship between the two. She's just not the assistant again that he falls in love with. No, technically she's in a higher position of power than he is. I also like all the stuff with Stark trying to figure out a new element that could cure him, finding his father's tapes. I thought that was probably some of the best touching moments of the movie, seeing what his father really thought of him. The quick moment with Agent Coulson coming in and he finds the Captain America shield. I remember, again, being in the theater and just freaking the fuck out over that, because that was our first sort of real visual reference to Captain America, and we knew it was coming, but that just made it real. I enjoyed that. Some people also complain that this movie is too much of a commercial for the Avengers because Nick Fury shows up and he's a part of the story just a little bit. A lot of talking about the Avengers initiative. And I'm one of the few people who don't mind it. I don't think it's too much. It doesn't seem like it's too in your face. To be honest, out of everything else going on, it's some of the most interesting stuff here. And I remember just freaking out knowing that, like, this is happening. What they're building for, like, this, you have to, if the other solo movies were going to introduce the characters, give their backstories, really present them as characters to get behind, well, why not take advantage of at least one movie before the Avengers to really talk about it? We also get introduced to Scarlett Johansson for the first time as Natasha Romanoff, a.k.a. Black Widow. I like that she comes in as an assistant. She's being a spy for Nick Fury as Pepper's assistant. She's very, very hot. Of course, that goes without saying. but I really like her in this role. I know some people don't love her as the character. I know Emily Blunt almost got this part, and I love Emily Blunt. It would have been nice maybe to see her here, but I'm okay with Scarlett Johansson the moment where she gets her superhero outfit and is a badass, fights off all of those men in that hallway, while Jon Favreau, Happy Hogan, is struggling to fight one guy. Hilarious. And we see even later on in future movies that Scarlett Johansson can't hold her own with the rest of the team. But let's talk about the villains, because we have Mickey Rourke as Vanko, aka Whiplash. And Whiplash, I like his character, I do. I like his backstory of his father dying and him hating the Starks for stealing their work and getting rich and famous off of it, and how he's able to easily make his own arc reactor, so he's that intelligent. You see a bunch of scenes of him hacking into stuff, being a computer guy. When you look at him, you don't expect that. So I like that. I like the Russian accent, and I like his getup with the whips, the electrical whips, and when he goes onto the racetrack to first attack Iron Man, I love his rationale. He's like, I just want to do this in front of the world. It's not really about killing you, it's about making you look weak to the public, to the media, to anyone else who might want to step forward and take you on now. He feels like he accomplished what he wanted to. It's a very interesting villain. I do agree that towards the end, he's a little wasted. It's almost like after that point, they don't really know what to do with him, because he teams up with Justin Hammer, who's played by Sam Rockwell. And Sam Rockwell, say what you want to say, I know some people probably don't care for his comedy, don't find him as funny as I do. I found almost everything he does here funny. Just his delivery, clearly some scenes where he's improvising and he's just sort of not being over the top goofy, but he is kind of being goofy. This rich business guy who clearly isn't at the level of Stark. He's clearly jealous of him. He wants to be him, but he's not there. The end battle I do like, with War Machine and Iron Man teaming up for the first time. That was pretty cool as well. Like, I've seen it in cartoons a bunch of times, but seeing it in live action was freaking awesome. The whole just them in that park and fighting all the robots. I have fun with this movie. Is it better than Iron Man 1? No. Is it even better than The Incredible Hulk? I mean, they're two different movies. The Hulk is much more intense and dark and serious. This is more fun. I get why it doesn't work for some people, but it works for me. Is it one of the weaker Marvel movies overall? Maybe. But this isn't my least favorite Marvel movie. We will get there, I'm sure. Eventually. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Iron Man 2? Is it your least favorite of the Marvel movies? Or are you like me and you think it's not that bad? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!